Okay, what's going on? I hope everybody's okay. I hope everybody's grooving now. Groovy as fuck. Because I'm in my Matrix glasses and I thought I would tell you some news, okay? The news is this. Do you remember quite a long time ago I told you that I was going to make some more computer games? And I said that there's a game in the works called Vast World. For those hardcore fans who have been waiting patiently for Vast World, the game, to come out, I want to give you some news. Yeah, if you remember way back a few months ago, I was making a lot of videos of behind the scenes production videos on behind the scenes of me creating art and talking about the game and everything. Well, that game Vast World will be coming out, okay? It's not a dead project, so I just thought I'd let you know that, okay? That will be done fairly soon. The other bit of news I want to say for the hardcore fans of my old classic cartoon animated series that I used to make called Azzy Banger, okay? Azzy Banger, who is, you know, a superhero who beats the living shit out of disgusting injustice, evil sons of bitches in a comedic way. Well, that comedy cartoon for mature audiences is coming back, okay? There's a new series of Azzy Banger coming up very soon, and the first episode is almost nearly done, okay? I just need to go through the last editing stages, okay, and it will be up very soon. So for fans of Azzy Banger, I hope you enjoy it. For those of you who have never seen Azzy Banger before, it's spelled A-Z-I or A-Z-I. Okay, that's Azzy, and then Banger, B-A-N-G-E-R. Azzy Banger. Azzy being a kind of slang term me and my friend come up with, basically just a slang term to basically stand for all of the negative, just rude, evil trolls and scumbags and bullies of the world. It's like it's a mental illness almost. It's like a mental fucking lazy defect in some of these bitches we see in our daily lives. And obviously, the best thing to do is steer from violence and avoid negativity in the real world. But in the cartoon series, just for some entertainment and some comic relief, you know, it's just for fun. We have a superhero by the name of Azzy Banger who can beat the living shite out of these scumbags and uphold justice, at least in entertainment form. But you know, all violence is wrong. So that's two bits of news, okay? For those of you who have, you know, as I say, have seen Azzy Banger before, you know, it's coming back, okay? And for those of you who've never seen it, you can check out the whole first series. There's a whole first series of Azzy Banger online on YouTube. Just do a search for it. I've not uploaded that or any of the old episodes to my new this channel, as I say, but Azzy Banger's coming up soon. So for people that have been holding on, as I say, patiently for games, okay, like my game Vast World, which will be coming out for the PC, by the way, just a reminder that's going to be coming out very, very soon. It's more of a basically it's hand-drawn, kind of rough, but like hand-drawn art by me. And it's basically it's like one of these graphic novels. Visual novels. Okay, visual novel games. So it's like reading, and then the player has to make choices and just get through this thing. It's a short, simple but fun little experience. Started off as a test thing. That'll be available for free. Also, don't worry about that. Okay, who's going to pay for that crap? So that's going to be available for free. There will be other games on the way too. I'm actually planning to make a very special, some kind of very good 3D game if I get a chance, involving 3D and 2D art. For those of you who don't know, in the past I've actually made some other simple games. The games notably being Rise of the Wolf, my first ever game, which is also a visual novel type game, which is a 2D art. A story type game, and Rise of the Wolf has some 3D like video kind of scenes involved in it. I guess what you would call full motion video, or FMV in the old school games, for those of you who remember those. All of my games are for the PC, by the way. I will be working on trying to get games on other platforms too, like Android and stuff like that. or internet or whatever else. Obviously, they'll be playable by using a keyboard or a mouse on the computer, on a PC or laptop. Okay, the PC games. You can also use whatever else you have. Like, you should be able to use a game controller, a deep games pad. You know, if you configure it up right and everything. I have one, so that'll be that. Okay. Other games that I've made. I made a simple horror game before, which is also a visual novel type game, but it's 2D, but it's like images of 3D scenery. So it's like 3D but cheated with just 2D pictures of the 3D scenes. But it's a 3D game as such. You know, there's a game I made called Stuck in the Dark, and I've been thinking for a long time if I'm going to make like a sequel to that or not. By the way, Rise of the Wolf is actually like a martial arts kind of story-based thing. It's about a guy who plays martial arts, who's a fan of martial arts. He practices martial arts. Martial arts is not playing, and he ends up. I won't go into too much detail, but you know, he likes weapons too. I'm not going to go into too much detail here. And there's like baddies and stuff, goodies and baddies. You know, it's different characters involved. You have to find your way around, and it's a story kind of RPG kind of thing. Okay, it's about you play the role of a young guy whose parents want him to steer clear of martial arts and violence, but he's a guy with a good heart and he wants to learn more about the martial arts and just use it for good. You know. So that's that. Whether there will be a sequel to Rise of the Wolf, I really don't know. But as I say, other games such as I made one a long time ago, a simple fun thing called the Wushu Richard Experience. Another game. It's a fun, that's crazy. It's like an AI version of myself, if you can imagine that, where you're talking to me in these very shades, and you can have a conversation with a virtual me. That game, I'm very sorry to say, it's kind of hard to get to that, and also Stuck in the Dark. So there are links out there that I've posted before. If you can find them, good. But I don't have the actual games anymore. But if anybody's interested in Rise of the Wolf, I still have that. Okay. And as I say, another game. Okay, my first those games I just mentioned were all made on a free games making software called Ren'Py. Okay, Ren'Py, RENPY. It's a good free piece of software for making these kind of games. But there's also another game software out there which you can use to make 3D and 2D games, and it's very, very good. It's a free piece of software, simple, but it's simple to use. You don't need to know any coding or anything for this either. It's called it's called Copper Cube. Okay, Copper Cube is a piece of software, and I used that to make my first ever game where there's playable 3D-ness in it, like it's a 3D game with like some 2D art in. And I made the game for a good friend of mine called Demsley, and it's called Sanku-Ryu Dog Shit Collector. It's a comedy 3D game. Just hear the name, Dog Shit Collector. Sanku-Ryu being a style of karate, a rare style of karate. So Sanku-Ryu Dog Shit Collector. It's like an adventure game with like a karate kind of theme to it, but it's like exploration, collecting dog shit, comedy all through it. A 3D game, you can find your way around. A short game, various characters, and as I say again, art, 3D and 2D art and creation there by me. And that's a game that's also available for the PC if anybody is interested in that. Sanku-Ryu Dog Shit Collector. That was made for a good friend of mine, for Demsley, and the whole game is actually based on him, starring him and everything, and it's got his voice and everything in it, and it's like he's the star of the game, and that's what I wanted to honour my good friend with that game. But as I say, I'm going to be making some more games when I can. So I just thought I'd let you guys know what's coming up. So games-wise, there's going to be more games. I've got another big special game coming up soon, hopefully. And for those of you who are fans of both Azibanger, of which the new series, of the animated series, is coming out soon, the second series, new series, and also for those of you who are fans of my other cartoon characters that I've created in the past, such as Kai, Kai being a martial arts warrior. I was thinking of making like games based on them as well at some stage, on my main characters, you know, and bringing them into a games world at some stage. But the thing is, I'm very, very busy. I want to say to everybody, okay, good stuff on the way. I hope everybody's enjoying everything I do. I want to say, if you want to see more of anything, let me know, but I can only do what I can. I share martial arts training videos on here, as I say, I always do. Share martial arts and philosophy and stuff like that, just my own martial arts and philosophy on life, you know, and everything. Yeah, and I do a lot of digital art. I do drawing and painting. I like to make comics, so expect to see more of that from me, more digital comics. I'll let you know where to find those when you can too. Many more animated cartoons and series. I've got some very good special animated cartoons behind the scenes that I'm working on. A couple of different shows which are coming up, okay, very soon. Hopefully going to be series 2 based. More of Kai too. He'll be returning, as well as the other 2 that I'm doing, as well as Azibanger. So that's 4 cartoons on the way. Music wise, yeah, I'll do a lot of music, so thank you guys for the support, okay, on the comments and stuff that I get based on my music, because I do a lot of different music, different kinds, as you see, chill out stuff, beats, ambient stuff, then Italo disco inspired stuff, and also rap music as well as all the background music which I do for my cartoons and my games and everything. I do everything myself, as I say, the voices, everything. That's all coming up. I want to do some more writing soon. I want to write some more short, like fiction stories and scripts. Some of that stuff, you know, turns into cartoons. I make them into shows. I like to make short little movies and stuff. I do a lot of stuff. So there's so much more stuff coming on the way, and I want to say a big thank you to everybody who watches everything I do. You may not always agree. You may not always like all the stuff I do, and you may not agree with everything I say. I do speak my mind sometimes, you know. I swear too, and I muck around and be silly. Sometimes I'm more serious, but I do respect all life and value it, and I'm not hiding behind the shades. It's me just having some fun sometimes, okay. But yeah, love life, stay creative, stay productive is what I say. And you know, I support good friends of mine, such as, you know, Dimsley, okay, and Chuck, and people that have a good imagination and love to write and do writing or doing animation and art or music, any creative stuff. We've got to keep up like that, okay. Friends of mine like Jason Stork and Black Sword Shinobi, thank you for your support recently, and it's always good to see what you're doing, your creative stuff. Thank you to Jason for using my music too in the videos when you do. Thank you to Max, because Max, you know, I like your music, okay, as you know, and all that. Anybody who's out there, just give it a little quick shout out here. Hi Clive McKenzie, I'm not ignoring you, okay. Yeah, we'll keep in contact by emails. I have sent you some replies. Sometimes you don't seem to get them or whatever, but I get what you're saying and everything, so great, you know. I hope you're doing good and everything. Epic stuff, you know. I'm not going to say anything about what you said here, because obviously it's a public video, but you know, actually great stuff. I want to say, of course, to Craig Cavaney, keep up the training on the bag, man. Can't wait to see more, man. You know, can't wait to hear from you too, okay. Hopefully you've enjoyed some of my music recently. I've been posting kind of Shenmue inspired. For any fans of Shenmue out there, it's an amazing game series. We've got that new one coming out pretty soon. Whatever that, yeah, you know. Anyone who likes Zelda, the Ocarina of Time, any fans of Street Fighter out there, because I'm a hardcore veteran of Street Fighter, of the series. You know, anyone who grew up watching manga, cartoons like Fist of the North Star, I love that series, the old originals and stuff, amazing, great inspiration. Any fans of Kung Fu films, Chinese Kung Fu films, Hong Kong and all that, and Van Damme, old classic movies, yeah. Anyone who loves Italo disco or any 80s inspired synth pop, synth wave, whatever you want to call it, any 80s kind of music. Anyone who wants to share any music with me, any beats, vibes, anything like that, or anyone who would like me to rap over it, or make a song or a rap for your videos or for you, you know, or feature any of your stuff, or say it, just let me know, okay. I'll do that. Give a shout out. If anyone's got any questions, I'll be happy to answer on video. You know, if anyone would like to have an interview on the show, let me know for fun. You know, if anyone would like to talk about martial arts or share your background, your experiences, or talk about your experiences in life, such as your ideas on topics such as like bullying and violence in the world today, because I was bullied when I was young. There's a lot of violence in the world today, and we need to share peace and positivity in the world to try and, you know, get people more inspired to be productive and positive. You know, that's what this is all about. You know, like that's why we're here, part of nature. You know, and you know, yeah, I'm down with all that, yo. I want to say a quick hello, of course, to my good friend, and I don't want to get your name wrong this time, so let me just check your damn name before I mess up once again. You know, your name is, because I don't want to get that number messed up. I always get that number back to front, you know, I always get that number mixed up. You know, where is your name? Hold on. I'm going to find you right here. Very good friend and subscriber of mine. Good friend, here you are, Total Control 871, that's it. I keep saying 781. Total Control 871. I don't know your real name, but you're a very good friend and subscriber. Thanks very much for your support. I'm happy you enjoy some of my music. I'm happy you enjoy my martial arts, some of my comedy I do, some of, you know, all that, okay, and then me doing slow motion maniac faces on the toilet for that, like Van Damme, yeah, like Bloodsport. Thanks for the support and everything, okay, it means a lot. As for outdoor training videos and stuff, as I say, it's really too hot to be doing a lot of stuff. It's tropics here, so that's why you don't see a lot of videos outside of me training and stuff, but I will do more when I can, maybe in the winter time. Okay, you know, I'm really grateful to anyone who watches my channel, okay. This is a bit of a thank you really to all you guys, okay. So Craig Kavanagh, if you're watching, I hope you're doing okay. If I'm pronouncing your name right, you know, Craig Kavanagh, Craig Flippy also, right. I hope you're doing okay, and everybody who watches and knows my channel, okay. Old friends too, like Dan Bowen, if you're watching, and Will Gray, people like that from years ago, Kenshin 715 or whatever. Okay, just hope, I wish the best to everyone, okay. Chosen Ninja and all of his old friends and that, you know. I'm going to stop this one here. Remember, martial arts is for peace. Deep knowledge in the old true martial arts, really true wisdom and skill there, and let's all be creative and artistic rather than destructive and ignorant, you know, in the world. Let's just try and create some good stuff, tell some stories, try to be artistic. Maybe you've never, because I don't regard myself as an amazing artist, but it's like, you know, you can, this is a good thing about it, you can just focus on being creative and practicing an art, be it art, music or whatever you want to do, photography, cooking, learn. There's so much to learn in life, you know. If you want to do sports, do sports. If you want to do martial arts, do martial arts. If you like to go survival, I don't know, exploring out in nature, do that. You're not stuck to one thing either. You can learn a language, you can do so many things. You can learn knowledge about the world, you can read more, you can make your own little movies, documentation of your life, you know, documentary stuff is fun. Keep yourself entertained, that's what I would say, because sometimes the world gets boring. You can always seek inspiration from both the good and the bad around you in the world to inspire yourself. And inspire yourself, when you see yourself doing more, you'll see what you've done and you'll inspire yourself again, because you'll say, I want to do better than that, or I want to do something different, or that wasn't any good, or you'll see the good of what you did, you know, you'll see that you're capable of doing great things. Don't find yourself lost, find yourself mesmerised, find yourself deep within the love and passion for something you like to do, you know what I mean? Just always go back to that, because we've all got to work and survive and all that in life, but that's what I think we need to. It's not about being a big kid and immature, it's about really enjoying life while you're here, you know. It's not, we don't always need loads of money. I've got like certain hardware, I've got my computer and stuff and this screen. I've not got the most expensive stuff. You know, a lot of the software that I use for like art as well, that's free stuff. There's some good stuff out there you can download, like software to do stuff. It's more about, you know, the creation, the human being, and then the tools and the technology and stuff we use to help ourselves. But you know, that's what I believe. And if you've got a drink problem or a drugs problem or a drink problem or smoking, I'd advise people to stop that. You know, cut that shit out of your life. If there's negative people in your life, cut that shit out of your life. Just don't. If there's worry in your life, you know, life's too short. Cut that shit out of your life. Focus on good stuff. At the end of the day, You can always take steps towards a more positive way. That's all I'm saying, right? You're not going to happen overnight, but the attitude can be overnight. And why have to force yourself to take one positive step forward? That is so hard. When you could just easily just take 2 steps forward. You can do so much more. Talking about, people that live to over 100 and stuff like that, and you don't know when your time is going to be up in this life. Well, why talk about it? Let's make the most of it now and make our lives longer anyway, and just try and take care of our health and make the most of this one life. Thanks for watching, okay? I've rambled now, but it's been a nice little update video telling you what's on the way, okay? Loads of creative stuff, because I'm a human being, I can do it. And if nobody likes what I do, I enjoy what I do. I'm always trying to practice and do better. These receivers that we have, these 5 senses, that's all we have. This being of the self, that is the experience. You're the one experiencing the movie that you are starring in, basically. You are literally all there is. You're taking in from the world, your idea, your imagination, your ideas, what you agree with, what you don't agree with. You're telling this story the whole time. It's like you're the director of the movie. So just make something, is what I say. Write down some ideas, get planning, get some designs, draw, sketch, or try and write some ideas for a character, make a story based around the character. Do it in your life. That's my advice. It's healthy for the mind to practice the imagination, and the mind is what drives us in our real lives. Rather than exhausting ourselves and our energy in that real life and finding ourselves lost, why not find ourselves and save that energy, use it in a productive way to give us more meaning. You're not going to have much meaning in your life if you're brain dead anyway, are you? So you've got to be mind and body, Thanks for watching this one. Take care now. Train hard and stay safe, as I always say. Azzy Banger on the way, more cartoons on the way, more games on the way, music, stories, everything. Take care now.